between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They run here with a second-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Wilson. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Broncos. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to the ground with Robinson. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Deshaun Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now Williams running left. And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Javonte Williams with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that That is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken from just outside the 30. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, there he goes left side. Touchdown. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Baron Browning drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he completes it to Berrios. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are back within a score. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Again, it's Robinson. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
give up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Robinson. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, have 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Wilson. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The throw over the middle taken in. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deshaun Jackson. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Robinson up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zerline. That's just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here's Berrios.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked off by Alex Singleton.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
And that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now Wilson. Open man here is Conklin.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. To throw is Wilson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. James Robinson from 8 yards out. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Tackle on that play by Quinton Williams.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone is...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in here by Jackson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Robinson with another carry. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Jets first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? You go with the bigger guy to try and use size. You got to try and go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here we go. Here we go. Check.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. James Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Here's Wilson. They're able to get this to Patrick. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now Wilson. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Throwing now is Wilson. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Wilson to throw. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Williams will try again. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go with Williams. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Extra point from McManus is good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. Laterals, maybe some poor defense.